how to make a 3D pop-up flower out of magazine pages. Materials you'll need are 9 magazine pages, a glue stick, scissors, and 1 piece of cardstock paper. First, we want to make our flowers. So I'm going to take your first magazine page, fold it in half, then fold it into quarters, so fold it in half again. Then you're going to want to take the bottom left corner and fold it up to the top, the edge right there, and the crease. Looks like this. And then you're going to take the first flap, it's more than one, just 2, first, and fold it over so it matches with the other crease. It's gonna look something like this. You don't need to worry about the torn edges of the paper because we're gonna cut that off. Next, you need to take your scissors, start from the middle here, and make a curved, kind of like a flower petal. Okay. So once you get halfway, going just want to fold this first part right here over, so it kind of creates a little template. So your petal will be the same on both sides. After you do that, you open it. Should look like this. You're gonna want to do that 8 more times with your other magazine pages. Cut out all 9 of your magazine pages and they all look like this. Going to want to take your piece of cardstock, fold it in half. Going to open up the cardstock and you're going to take your first flower and glue it down on the cardstock. You're going to want to line it up so where the crease is right where one of your petals comes to a point. Once your first flower is glued completely down, the next flower is a little more tricky. You want to glue every other petal down, so just skip one every time. Go first right down on top of your first flower and just go around the whole thing and glue every other petal down. Next, you're going to want to take your next flower and now do the opposite. So if we glued this one down and not this one, for this flower, we're going to want to glue down this petal and not this one. Okay. So after that, you're going to want to do that with the rest of your flowers, except for the very last one, which has a slightly different step. Gluing your petals down, you want to make sure that just glue the tip of it. You don't need to do the whole flower, just the end. You've glued your 8 petals down. You're going to want to take your last flower and cut it in half. Glue down every other petal, same as before, but this time going to start do it on one side. And even though there's nothing on the other side, you're still going to glue down every other petal. So when you fold it, it'll be glued down on every other side. Now you're going to want to fold the whole thing in half. You're going to put something heavy on it and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Giving it time to dry. I'm going to open it up and reveal your flower. That is how you make a 3D flower pop-up out of magazine pages.